"Officer, I haven't committed any crime. Why am I in handcuffs?" Cooper holds up a plastic bag. Cocaine. "Found this under your seat. Routine stop." Davis stares at it. "That wasn't in my car." "They all say that." Cooper's voice is cold. "Black male, nice suit, expensive car. You people think you're special. Think you can drive through my county with drugs." He turns to the crowd, phones filming. "Got another dealer tonight, folks. Found cocaine right under his seat." A woman shouts, "Lock him up!" Davis stays calm. "Officer, check the serial number on that evidence." "I don't take orders from you." Cooper cuts him off. "You're just another black man who thought he was above the law." What Cooper doesn't see: the FBI badge in Davis's wallet. What he doesn't know: he just planted drugs in the FBI director's car. In 4 minutes, his career ends. In 28 days, he faces a grand jury. Right now, he smiles. Certain. Untouchable. He just destroyed his life. 15 minutes earlier, Martin Davis drives alone. No motorcade. No agents in SUVs behind him. Just a man going home to see his mother. The highway stretches ahead, empty this time of night. Traffic thins past the Atlanta exits. His phone sits in the cup holder, Bluetooth connected. His mother's voice fills the car, warm and tired. "You sound exhausted, baby." Davis smiles. "Long week, Mama, but I'll be there in 40 minutes. She's been asking about his work. He tells her it's the usual: meetings, briefings, budget reviews. He doesn't mention the police accountability task force he's been building for 8 months. Not yet. The work is delicate. Reform always is. "You drive safe now," Eleanor Davis says. Her voice carries weight it didn't used to. The heart condition makes her tire faster, but she's still his mother, still gives orders. "Yes, ma'am. And when you get here, I made your favorite, peach cobbler, still warm." Davis laughs. "You didn't have to do that." "I know I didn't have to. I wanted to." They talk about small things. His sister's new job, the neighbor's dog that won't stop barking. Normal things. The kind of conversation that feels like home even when you're still on the highway. Davis glances at the suit jacket folded on the back seat. Dark navy, tailored. He'd worn it to a Senate hearing that morning. Testimony on federal oversight of local law enforcement. The senators asked pointed questions. He gave measured answers. Reform isn't built in hearing rooms. It's built in policy, in training, in accountability structures that actually work. He hums along to the song on the radio, Old Motown, his mother's favorite. The kind of music that sounds like memory. "I'll see you soon, Mama. I'll be waiting." He ends the call. The road ahead is dark, empty, peaceful. Interstate 85 cuts through Georgia like a vein. At night, it's mostly trucks and late travelers. People going somewhere. People coming home. Davis keeps the speed at 70, cruise control, no hurry. He's been driving this route since he was a teenager. He knows every exit, every mile marker, the stretch where the road curves and you can see Atlanta's lights behind you, fading. The engine hums, steady, reliable. He bought this car himself, a simple sedan, not the kind of vehicle that announces rank. He prefers it that way, less attention, more normal. He thinks about the task force, 8 months of quiet work, building coalitions, gathering data, documenting patterns of misconduct across 12 departments, not to punish, to fix, to create systems that protect both communities and good officers. The work matters. It's why he took this job, not for the title, for the chance to make things better. His phone buzzes, a text from his deputy director. He'll check it when he stops. Ahead, in his rearview mirror, lights appear. Blue, red, pulsing. Davis glances at the speedometer. 70. Legal limit. He hasn't drifted lanes. Hasn't run any signals. He frowns. The lights grow brighter, closer. He signals, slows, pulls onto the shoulder. The patrol car follows. Davis puts the car in park, engine running, hands on the wheel, visible. It's instinct now, FBI training. But also something older, something his mother taught him when he got his license at 16. Keep your hands where they can see them, baby. Don't give them a reason. The patrol car door opens. Footsteps on gravel, slow, deliberate. A flashlight beam cuts through his window. Tap on the glass. Davis lowers the window. Cool night air rushes in. License and registration. No greeting. No explanation. The officer's face is backlit by the flashlight. Hard to see features. But the voice is flat. Professional in the way that isn't professional at all. Davis reaches for the glove compartment. Slow movements. Obvious movements. He pulls out the registration. Then his wallet. Hands them over. The officer studies the license. Longer than necessary. Shines the flashlight on Davis's face. Then back at the license. Then at the car's interior. Step out of the vehicle, sir. The word sir sounds hollow, like something recited because protocol requires it. Davis doesn't ask why, doesn't argue. He knows the statistics. He helped compile them. Young black men pulled over at 3 times the rate of white drivers in this county. Searches conducted at 4 times the rate. Use of force at 6 times. He opens the door, steps out. The air is warmer than expected. Late summer holding on. The officer circles the car, flashlight beam sweeping across the seats. The suit jacket catches his attention. Nice suit for someone driving through here this late? There it is. The assumption. The coding. Someone. Through here. Davis says nothing. The officer walks back to his patrol car. Davis hears the radio crackle. Hears the officer's voice, lower now, talking to dispatch. Running a stop, possible 23. 23. Code for drug suspect. Davis knows the codes. Every agent knows the codes. He hasn't run any stop. There was no stop to run. The minutes stretch. Davis stands by his car, hands at his sides, waiting. Cars pass on the highway. Headlights sweeping. None slow down. No one stops. Why would they? Just another traffic stop. Just another night. The officer returns. Doesn't hand back the license yet. I'm going to need you to open the trunk. May I ask why? Routine inspection. Davis knows his rights, knows the Fourth Amendment, knows that without probable cause he can refuse. But he also knows what happens when black men refuse. How quickly routine becomes resisting. How quickly compliance becomes survival. I'll open it, Davis says. He moves to the driver's side, presses the trunk release. The trunk pops open with a soft click. The officer walks to the trunk, looks inside. A gym bag. Emergency kit, nothing unusual. Then the officer does something Davis doesn't expect. He walks back to his own patrol car, opens his trunk. Davis can't see clearly from where he stands, but he hears it. The sound of a trunk opening, a compartment sliding, something being retrieved. The officer returns, hands in blue gloves now, gloves that weren't on before. Davis's pulse quickens. Not panic, recognition. He's read the reports, documented the patterns, heard the testimonies, but reading about it and experiencing it are different things. The officer crouches by the driver's seat. His hand moves under the seat, slides something into place. Then he stands, walks around the car, opens the driver's door again, leans in, searching, performing. 8 seconds later, he straightens, holding a small plastic bag. Found this under your seat. Davis stares at the bag. Clear plastic, white powder, maybe 2 grams. That's not mine. The officer smiles. Small, cold. They all say that. The handcuffs come out fast, metal clicking. cold against Davis's wrists. Tight. Too tight. You're under arrest for possession of a controlled substance. Davis keeps his voice level. Officer, I need you to listen carefully. Save it for booking. The officer pushes him toward the patrol car, not gentle. A hand on his shoulder. Pressure. Authority. Power. Other cars pass. Headlights, taillights, red streaks in the dark. The world keeps moving. Indifferent. The officer radios dispatch. I have a 23 in custody, requesting transport. Davis stands beside the patrol car, hands cuffed behind his back. The metal bites into his wrists. The night air feels different now, heavier. He counts his breaths. Training kicking in. Note the details. The badge number. The time. The procedural violations. Body cam location. Chest mounted. It will capture everything. The officer is logging the arrest, writing notes. Davis can hear the pen scratching paper. Davis speaks. Calm. Too calm. Officer, you need to call your supervisor, now! The officer looks up from his notepad. His expression shifts. Annoyance. Maybe something else. Uncertainty. What did you say? Call your supervisor. I don't take orders from you. Davis doesn't argue, doesn't explain. Not yet. Let the officer make his choices. Let the body cam record those choices. The officer steps closer. His voice drops. Not softer. Harder. You people always think you're special. Think rules don't apply. There it is. You people. Not even trying to hide it now. Davis stays silent, breathing steady. His FBI training runs through procedures in his head. Document. Observe. Let them talk. Let them reveal themselves. The officer pulls out his phone, takes a photo of the evidence bag, then of Davis standing in handcuffs, evidence documentation, or trophy. Hard to tell the difference sometimes. This your car? The officer asks. Yes. Registered to you? Yes. And you expect me to believe you don't know about the cocaine under your seat? I expect you to follow procedure. Call your supervisor. Check my ID again. And think very carefully about what happens next. The officer's jaw tightens. He's not used to this. Suspects don't usually sound like this, don't usually stay this calm. He walks back to his patrol car, gets on the radio. Davis can hear fragments, raised voice, defensive tone. Routine stop. Found substance. Suspect is being difficult. Another patrol car appears, lights flashing. Backup. Called earlier, Davis realizes. This was planned. The quota, the numbers, the easy arrest. A second officer approaches, older, sergeant stripes on his sleeve. What do we have? Traffic stop, found cocaine. Suspect's acting weird, wants a supervisor. The sergeant looks at Davis, takes in the suit visible through the car window, the sedan, the calm demeanor. Something doesn't fit the narrative. ID? The first officer hands over Davis's license. The sergeant studies it. His eyes widen, barely noticeable, but Davis sees it. Where did you find the substance? Under the driver's seat, standard search. He consent to the search? A pause. Brief. Telling. I had probable cause. What cause? Another pause. Suspicious behavior. The sergeant looks at Davis again, then at the first officer. Let me see the body cam footage. It's all there. Standard procedure. Let me see it anyway. They move to the patrol car. Davis stands alone now, hands still cuffed, cold metal, tight grip. His shoulders ache. The position is designed to be uncomfortable, to break you down, make you compliant. Traffic continues on I-85. A semi-truck roars past, air horn blaring, gone in seconds. Davis thinks about his mother, waiting. Peach cobbler getting cold. She'll worry if he doesn't arrive soon. He thinks about the task force. 8 months of work, documentation, patterns. Stories like this one. Except those stories came from people with no power, no recourse, no badges of their own. The sergeant returns. His face is unreadable. "Sir, I apologize for the inconvenience. We're going to need to straighten some things out." "I understand," Davis says. "But first, I need you to uncuff me, and I need you to secure that evidence bag, serial number visible, because in about 7 minutes, 3 FBI vehicles are going to arrive, and they're going to want to see how you handle evidence that was planted." Both officers freeze. "What?" Davis nods toward his car. "My wallet. Check it again. Carefully this time." The first officer, the one who stopped him, suddenly looks smaller, his confidence draining. He reaches for the wallet, opens it. Federal Bureau of Investigation. Director, Martin Davis. The badge gleams under the patrol car lights. Gold. Official. Undeniable. The sergeant's face goes pale. The first officer's hand shakes. "Sir, there must be a mistake. I was just—" Davis cuts him off, his voice still calm, still measured, but carrying weight now. "What you were just doing is on camera, your body cam, time-stamped, every second, from your trunk to my car, from the bag to your hand to under my seat, all of it." The officer opens his mouth, closes it, opens it again. "I was following protocol. You were planting evidence. That's not— I found it. It was there. In 6 months, that cocaine was logged as evidence in a case you worked. Case number 2024-0683. Your arrest, your seizure, evidence that should have been destroyed. Instead, it's here, in my car. Serial number HG7629. You want to explain that?" Silence. The sergeant steps back, reaching for his radio. But Davis speaks first. "I've already called it in. FBI Field Office, Atlanta. They're en route. So are Internal Affairs. And you need to make a decision right now. Do this the easy way, or the hard way." The first officer's face twists. Panic, anger, calculation. He's weighing options, running scenarios. "Take the cuffs off," the sergeant says. "But take them off. Now." The cuffs click open. Davis rubs his wrists. Red marks where the metal bit into skin. He'll photograph them later. More evidence. In the distance, headlights approach. Fast. Multiple vehicles. The officer who stopped him is pacing now. Phone out, calling someone. His voice frantic. The sergeant stands apart. Professional distance, already separating himself from what's coming. 3 black SUVs pull onto the shoulder. Doors open. Agents step out. Dark suits, FBI shields visible. Agent Rachel Bennett exits first. She's worked with Davis for 6 years. She sees him, sees the situation. Her jaw sets. She walks past the officers, straight to Davis. "Director?" "Rachel, secure the scene. I want that evidence bag logged. I want his body cam footage preserved. And I want both these officers' names." Bennett nods, turns to the sergeant. "Your names. Now." The sergeant complies. The first officer is still on his phone. Bennett walks over, ends the call with one gesture. "You're going to want a lawyer," she says. The scene transforms in minutes. What was a routine traffic stop becomes a federal crime scene. Yellow tape, evidence markers, agents photographing everything. The patrol car, the trunk, the ground where the officer walked. Officer Bradley Cooper stands by his vehicle. 12 years on the force, 38 complaints, 0 discipline. Tonight, that record ends. He watches the agents work. Professional. Thorough. Every movement documented. His body cam is removed, sealed in an evidence bag. His trunk opened. Inventoried. They find the compartment. Hidden. Not standard equipment. Inside, 3 more bags. Same type. Same serial numbers. Evidence that should have been destroyed months ago. Cooper's face drains of color. Bennett approaches Davis. "We have enough. Body cam shows the plant. Serial numbers match previous seizures. All from cases he worked." "How many?" 3 bags in the trunk. All cataloged evidence, none destroyed per protocol. Davis nods. He's not surprised. This is the pattern. The same pattern he's seen in reports from 12 departments. Officers keeping evidence, reusing it, meeting quotas, earning bonuses. Cooper finally speaks. His voice shakes. "Director Davis, sir, I apologize. I didn't know—" "You didn't know who I was," Davis says. "That's not an apology. That's regret you got caught." "No, sir, I mean—" "How many others?" "What? How many other people did you do this to? People who weren't FBI director? People who couldn't call federal agents? People who spent time in jail because you needed to meet your numbers?" Cooper looks at the ground. "How many?" No answer. Bennett's phone buzzes. She checks it. Looks at Davis. "IA wants to open the file tonight. Full investigation. Do it!" The sergeant who arrived as backup approaches, his face careful. "Director Davis, on behalf of DeKalb County Sheriff's Department, I want to assure you—" Davis raises a hand. "Don't. Don't assure me of anything. Just cooperate with the investigation." "Yes, sir." "And call your sheriff. Tell him what happened here. Tell him I want every case Officer Cooper worked in the last 12 years reviewed. Every arrest, every seizure, every complaint." The sergeant swallows. That's a lot of cases." "I know." More vehicles arrive. Crime scene unit, IA investigators, a prosecutor from the U.S. Attorney's Office. The shoulder of I-85 becomes a parking lot. Cooper sits in the back of an FBI vehicle now. Not arrested, not yet, but detained, secured. His career ending in real time. Bennett hands Davis his wallet, his license, his phone. "Your mother called 3 times. Davis checks the time. Nearly midnight. He was supposed to be there by 11. He calls her back. She answers on the first ring. "Martin? Baby, where are you? I was worried." "I'm okay, Mama. I'm sorry. Something came up at work. I'll be there soon." "You sure you're okay? You sound—" "I'm fine, I promise. Keep that cobbler warm." He ends the call. Guilt sits heavy. She's waiting, worrying, and he can't tell her what happened. Not yet. Not until he knows what this becomes. Bennett watches him. "You want to go? We can handle this." "No, I stay until it's processed. Every piece of evidence, every statement. This needs to be airtight." "It already is. We have him on video planting evidence." "That's Cooper. I want the system that protected him." Bennett understands. This isn't about one officer. It never was. By 2 in the morning, the scene is cleared. Evidence logged. Statements taken. Cooper transported to FBI field office for questioning. Davis finally gets in his car. Drives the rest of the way to his mother's house. The highway is empty now. Just him and the road and the weight of what started tonight. He thinks about the others. The ones Cooper planted evidence on before. The ones who had no badge to show, no agents to call. The ones who pled guilty because they couldn't afford to fight. The ones still carrying arrest records, still unable to get jobs, still marked by a system that failed them. His mother's porch light is on when he arrives. 3:15 in the morning. She's still awake. He parks, sits for a moment, breathing. Then he goes inside. Within 7 minutes, 3 FBI vehicles arrive. Cooper is no longer in control. By morning, neither is his department. Day 1. Agent Rachel Bennett opens the file on Bradley Cooper. The folder is thicker than it should be for an officer with no discipline on record. 38 complaints, filed between 2012 and 2024. 17 involve racial profiling. 9 allege excessive force. 4 claim evidence planting. 3 cite illegal search and seizure. Every single complaint marked the same way: unfounded, not sustained, insufficient evidence, 0 disciplinary actions. Bennett reads them chronologically. The pattern emerges fast. Complaint number 1, March 2012. Marcus Williams, age 24. Traffic stop. Cooper claimed he found methamphetamine in the console. Williams maintained innocence. Case dismissed 6 months later. Prosecutor cited lack of evidence. But the arrest record remained. Williams lost his job. Security clearance denied. Life altered. Complaint number 8, June 2014. Keisha Johnson, age 31. Pulled over for failing to signal. Cooper searched her car for 40 minutes. Found nothing. Johnson's complaint noted Cooper called her mouthy when she asked why she was being detained. Complaint number 14, August 2017. Anonymous tip to Internal Affairs. Cooper keeps extra evidence bags in his trunk. IA investigated. Found nothing. Cleared Cooper. Case closed. The tips pile up. The pattern repeats. Young men, mostly black. Ages 18 to 45. Similar neighborhoods, similar stories. Evidence appearing, cases dismissed, lives disrupted. Bennett pulls the arrest records. Cooper's numbers are impressive. Top performer in drug seizures, 15 to 20 arrests per quarter, always meeting targets, often exceeding them. She cross-references with conviction rates. 67% of Cooper's drug arrests result in dismissal or plea bargains to lesser charges. Department average is 23%. The math doesn't lie. Day 3. Forensic results arrive. The cocaine found in Davis's car. Serial number HG7629. Evidence database shows it was logged March 4th, 2024. Original arrest. Cooper traffic stop, DeKalb County. Defendant pled to possession. Case closed. Evidence should have been destroyed per 90-day protocol. Instead, it sat in Cooper's trunk for 6 months. Waiting. The 3 additional bags found in Cooper's compartment. All match evidence from previous arrests. All Cooper's cases. All should have been destroyed. The forensic team's conclusion is clear. The substances found in Director Davis's vehicle and Officer Cooper's trunk are previously cataloged evidence from closed cases. This constitutes evidence tampering, theft of government property, and potential basis for overturning multiple convictions. Bennett forwards the report to the U.S. Attorney. Day 5. The emails arrive. Subpoena served on DeKalb County Sheriff's Department. Full server access. Keyword search: quota, target, bonus, performance. 214 results. Bennett starts reading. Email dated January 10th, 2023. From Sheriff Daniel Graham to all patrol supervisors. Subject: 2023 performance standards. Gentlemen, budget requires we maintain drug seizure fund levels. Each officer, 15 arrests minimum per quarter. Focus stops on high-value neighborhoods where recovery likelihood is highest. Target vehicles that fit profile. This is not optional. High-value neighborhoods. Bennett pulls the demographic data. 3 zip codes. 89% black population. Fit profile. Bennett doesn't need a decoder. Another email. January 15th. From Lieutenant Reynolds, Shift Commander. Subject: Incentive Program. Per Sheriff's Directive, $500 per drug arrest. $1,500 for seizures over 5 grams. Bonuses paid quarterly. Bennett does the math. Cooper's bonus earnings for 2023, $38,200. Money. Always money. More emails. Performance reviews praising Cooper. Bonuses approved. Complaints suppressed. The system revealed in its own words. Day 8. The whistleblower walks in. Deputy Alan Morris, 48 years old, 23 years on the force. Cooper's partner for 15 of those years. He sits across from Bennett, hands shaking, coffee untouched. "I can't do this anymore," he says. "Can't do what?" "Stay silent." Morris hands over a thumb drive. "Everything's on here. Emails, quota sheets, performance metrics, orders from Graham, conversations I recorded." "Why now?" Morris looks at his hands. "I watched that body cam footage. The one with Director Davis. 50 times I watched it. And every time I saw myself. Standing back. Letting it happen. I've been a coward for 15 years. His voice breaks. "I have 3 daughters. The youngest asked me last night, 'Daddy, do you catch bad guys?' What do I tell her? That I protected them?" Bennett leans forward. "Tell me what you saw." "I saw Bradley plant evidence twice. Once in 2019. Once in 2023. I didn't report it. I was afraid." "Of what?" "Of being pushed out. Of losing my pension. Of being called a rat. The union protects guys like Cooper. If you speak up, you're done." "What else?" Morris exhales. "He kept bags in a hidden compartment, blue gloves in the trunk. He'd radio me to hang back during searches, give him space. I knew what it meant. I looked away." "The quota system. You knew about that?" "Everyone knew. Graham made it clear. Hit your numbers or you're riding a desk. Top performers get promoted. Bottom performers get pushed out. It wasn't about public safety. It was about budget." Bennett takes the thumb drive. "This could end your career." "I know, but if I don't do this, I can't look at my daughters anymore." Day 10. Financial audit complete. Georgia State Auditor subpoenaed the drug seizure fund records. DeKalb County receives $1.2 million annually from drug-related forfeitures and fines. Distribution, 40% to County General Fund, 60% to Sheriff's Department, Department Distribution, 55% equipment, 45% performance incentives. Officer bonuses, 2023 to 2024, $683,000 total. Top earners, Cooper, $38,000. Officer Miller, $35,000. 6 others in the $20,000 plus range. Direct financial incentive to make arrests. Regardless of legitimacy, Bennett builds the case brick by brick. Complaint records. Pattern of abuse. Zero accountability. Forensic evidence. Serial numbers prove planting. Email documentation. Quota system from the top. Whistleblower testimony. Insider confirmation. Financial records. Motive established. She maps it geographically. 89% of Cooper's arrests cluster in 3 zip codes. All majority black neighborhoods. All labeled high value in Sheriff Graham's directives. She maps it temporally. End of quarter spikes. Month-end surges. Arrests correlating with bonus payout schedules. She interviews victims. 5 agree to go on record. Marcus Williams. I lost my job, my career, my reputation for something I didn't do. Keisha Johnson. I can't drive without panic attacks now. I see a cop, I freeze. James Taylor. Complaint number 23. He beat me, hospitalized me, then planted drugs, then lied in court. Anonymous. Complaint number 31. I did 6 months before charges were dropped. 6 months. My kids went to foster care. And Martin Davis. I'm FBI director, and even I almost became another statistic. The case builds, layer by layer, receipt by receipt. If you've ever wondered how one person can change a system, keep listening. The next piece of evidence will break this wide open. Bennett compiles the final report. 163 pages. Appendices with evidence logs, victim statements, financial analyses, timeline reconstruction. She sends it to the U.S. Attorney, to the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Subject line, Systematic Civil Rights Violations, DeKalb County Sheriff's Department. But evidence isn't enough when power protects its own. By day 12, the department strikes back. Day 12, the union moves first. Press conference. Sheriff's Department headquarters. Union attorney Stephen Clark stands at a podium. Behind him, a banner. Protect those who protect you. Clark's statement is careful, prepared. Officer Bradley Cooper has served this community for 12 years with distinction. He has put his life on the line repeatedly. These allegations are serious, but they are also unproven. Officer Cooper acted within protocol. The substance was found during a legal search. Any allegation of planting evidence is defamatory and reckless. He doesn't take questions. Doesn't need to. The message is delivered. Sheriff Daniel Graham issues a written statement. No press conference, no cameras, just words on letterhead. We are cooperating fully with federal authorities. However, we have serious concerns about jurisdictional overreach. Officer Cooper's record speaks for itself. We will protect our officers from politically motivated attacks. The counter-narrative begins. Day 13. The memo leaks. Not to the press. To Cooper's allies. Officers he's worked with. Union members. The subject line, protect our own. The message is clear without being explicit. Witnesses may feel pressure to cooperate with federal investigation. Remember, loyalty matters. Silence protects everyone. Those who speak against fellow officers often find their own careers scrutinized. The threat is implicit, but everyone understands. Marcus Williams receives a visit. 2 officers at his door. Not threatening, just checking in. Making sure you're okay. Heard you've been talking to the feds. You know how these things can get complicated. Williams doesn't sleep that night. Keisha Johnson's employer receives an anonymous call. Are you aware your employee has a criminal history? Might want to run another background check. She's put on probation the next day. The teenager from complaint number 23, now 23 years old, suddenly recants. I must have misremembered. It was a long time ago. I don't want to be involved. Anonymous from complaint 31 moves to Tennessee. Leaves no forwarding address. Alan Morris, the whistleblower, receives a text at 3 in the morning. Unknown number. Snitches don't retire. Pensions can be reviewed. His wife finds flowers on the porch the next day. No card, no signature. Just flowers. The message is clear. Day 14. The character assassination begins. Anonymous blog posts appear. FBI director abuses power over traffic stop. Federal overreach into local law enforcement. Was Davis really innocent? Social media campaigns. #StandWithCooper. Thousands of followers overnight. Accounts created recently. Coordinated messaging. Selective facts leaked. Davis has FBI security detail available. Why was he driving alone? What was he doing in that neighborhood at that time of night? The insinuation is subtle, but effective. Radio talk shows, call-ins supporting Cooper. He's a good man. He's kept our streets safe. This is a witch hunt. Television interviews, retired officers praising Cooper, current officers defending him. I'd trust him with my life. The narrative shifts. Cooper becomes the victim. Davis becomes the aggressor. Federal government becomes the villain. Day 15. The pressure intensifies. 5 potential witnesses stop returning FBI calls. 2 lawyers withdraw from representing complainants. Conflicts of interest cited. No further explanation. Morris's pension review is initiated. Irregularities found. No details provided. Williams's credit report shows unexplained hits. His score drops 80 points overnight. Johnson's car insurance is canceled, no reason given. The tactics aren't loud, they're quiet. A phone call, a visit, a reminder that power has a long memory. County commissioners meet privately with Sheriff Graham. The topic: federal interference in local law enforcement. State legislators question FBI authority. DeKalb County can handle its own affairs. Governor's office issues a statement, monitoring the situation closely. The system closes ranks. Union attorney Stephen Clark issues another statement. Officer Cooper acted within protocol. The substance was found during a legal search. Any allegation of planting evidence is defamatory. The sheriff's office declines comment pending internal review. Bennett watches the counterattack unfold. She's seen it before. Different departments, same playbook. Intimidate witnesses, discredit accusers, control the narrative, protect the institution. She calls Davis. They're going hard. Witnesses are scared. 2 have recanted. 3 won't return calls. Expected, Davis says. Keep building the case. We don't need all the witnesses. We need the evidence. The body cam, the serial numbers, the emails, those don't recant. What about Morris? Protect him. Transfer if necessary. He stuck his neck out. We don't let it get cut off. Day 16. Davis receives a call. Hospital. His mother's condition has worsened. Heart failure complications. He needs to come now. He's in a conference room. Depositions scheduled. Evidence review. The case building momentum. He looks at Bennett. She sees his face. Knows without asking. Go, she says. He drives. Fast. The same highway. The same route. Past the spot where Cooper stopped him. He doesn't make it in time. Then, on day 16, Davis receives a call. His mother's condition has worsened. Eleanor Davis passes at 4:15 in the morning. Her son is not there. He's on I-85 driving 90, trying to make up for lost time. He arrives at 4:53, 38 minutes too late. The nurse meets him in the hallway. I'm so sorry, Mr. Davis. She passed peacefully. No pain. Davis nods. Can't speak. The nurse leads him to the room. His mother lies in the bed. Still. Peaceful. Sheet pulled to her shoulders. Her face relaxed, free of the pain that marked her final weeks. Davis sits beside her, takes her hand, still warm. He doesn't cry. Not yet. He sits, silent, holding her hand. The hand that raised him, fed him, taught him, slapped him when he needed it, hugged him when the world was too much. The hand that waved goodbye every time he left. The hand that always welcomed him home. He sits for 2 hours. Nurses come, go. Give him space. Give him time. Morning light fills the room. Ordinary. The world continues. Indifferent to grief. Day 18. The funeral. Small church in Georgia. Eleanor's church. The one she attended for 40 years. White paint peeling. Wooden pews worn smooth. Organ slightly out of tune. Outside, 3 news vans. Cameras with telephoto lenses. Reporters waiting. Davis arrives in the same dark suit. The suit Cooper mocked. He walks past the cameras, ignores the shouted questions, enters the church. 60 people inside. Family, friends, neighbors. People who knew Eleanor as Eleanor, not as the FBI director's mother. Davis delivers the eulogy. His voice steady, controlled, no breaking. My mother taught me one thing above all. Do right, even when it costs. Especially when it costs. She lived that, every day, in small ways and large. She never asked for recognition, never sought attention. She just did what was right, and she expected the same from me. He doesn't mention the case, doesn't mention Cooper, doesn't need to. Everyone knows, the whole country knows now. The cameras zoom in through the windows, looking for tears, for weakness, for emotion they can broadcast. Davis gives them nothing. After the service, he stands alone by the grave. Others have left, given him privacy. The sun is hot, Georgia summer refusing to end. He thinks about the 40 minutes, the promise he made. "I'll be there in 40 minutes, Mama." It took 35 days instead. That night, alone in his mother's house, he listens to her voicemail, the one she left 2 days before she died. "Martin, baby, it's Mama. I know you're busy. I know the work is hard, but I want you to know I'm proud of you. So proud. You're doing the right thing. I know it costs. I know they're coming after you. But you were born for hard things. Don't let them make you small, you hear me? Don't let them make you small." Her voice cracks on the word small. She was already weak, already dying, but still giving orders, still being his mother. "I love you, baby. Come see me when you can. The cobbler's still waiting." The message ends. Davis closes his eyes. The doubt creeps in. The question he's been avoiding. Was it worth it? Was this case worth losing those final days with her? Worth missing her final moments? He thinks about the 256, the ones who had no one. No FBI badge, no recourse, no voice. He thinks about Marcus Williams, Keisha Johnson, the teenager who lost 6 months, the hundreds more in other departments facing the same system. He thinks about his mother's words. Born for hard things. The answer comes slow, painful, but certain. Yes, the work matters. The cost is real. But the work matters. He wipes his face. One tear. Just one. Then he calls Bennett. "What do we have?" "Boss, take time. We've got this." "I'm good. What do we have?" "Witnesses are scared. 2 more recanted. But the evidence holds. Body cam, serial numbers, emails, Morris's testimony. It's enough. Then we move forward." "You sure?" "My mother didn't raise a quitter. For 48 hours it looks like Cooper will walk. Like the system will protect him one more time. Like Eleanor Davis's son sacrificed everything for nothing. Sometimes darkness comes before dawn. What happens next proves truth doesn't need to shout. It just needs to stand." Then, on day 18, the Atlanta Chronicle runs a story. The headline, 256 victims, 1 officer, 0 consequences. Jennifer Adams doesn't bury the lead. The Atlanta Chronicle, morning edition, above the fold, 7,000 words, 6 months of investigation. Officer Bradley Cooper has been planting evidence for 12 years. We have the proof. The article opens with Martin Davis, FBI director, Interstate 85, cocaine with a serial number. Then the reveal. Davis is victim 256. Here are the others. Adams names them. Every single one who gave permission. Marcus Williams, Keisha Johnson, James Taylor, 43 others on record. 212 more documented through arrest records and complaint files. The data is visualized in text. A timeline spanning 12 years. Dots representing arrests. Clusters in 3 zip codes. Demographics broken down. 82% black males ages 18 to 45. Outcomes tracked. 67% dismissed or pled down. The financial impact calculated. 1.2 million in settlements. None paid by Cooper personally. All covered by county insurance. Taxpayers funding the abuse. The article includes excerpts from the emails. Graham's directives about high-value neighborhoods. Reynolds's bonus structure. Cooper's earnings. The quota system laid bare. Morris's testimony appears. Anonymous, but damning. I watched him do it. I said nothing. That makes me complicit. At 9 in the morning, a federal judge rules on the FBI's motion. The body cam footage is public interest. Release authorized. The Chronicle embeds it. 1 minute, 23 seconds. Timestamp 00. Cooper at his trunk. Timestamp 08. Blue glove visible. Hand reaching into compartment. Timestamp 0:15. Small bag retrieved. Serial number visible if zoomed. Timestamp 0:23. Cooper walks to Davis's car. Timestamp 0:31. Hand slides under driver's seat. Timestamp 0:54. Cooper discovers the bag. Timestamp 1:15. Holds it to camera. Found this. No ambiguity, no alternative explanation, just evidence of a crime. By 10 in the morning, the video has 3 million views. By 11, hashtag 256 victims is trending nationally. By noon, protesters gather outside the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office. They arrive alone at first. Marcus Williams, holding a handwritten sign. I am victim number 1. Cooper planted meth. I lost my job. Within 30 minutes, 20 people join him. Within an hour, 100. By noon, 256 people stand in silence, each holding a sign, each with a name, each with a story. No chants, no shouting, just standing, bearing witness. The silence is louder than any protest could be. Media arrives, cameras everywhere, but the protesters don't perform. They just stand. Hour after hour. Keisha Johnson holds her sign. I am victim 43. I still have nightmares. James Taylor. I am victim 97. He beat me first. A mother holds a sign for her son. My son is victim 142. He tried to tell me. I didn't believe him. I believe him now. The vigil continues for 6 hours. People taking shifts. Solidarity building. At 3 in the afternoon, Congressman Warren tweets, "Federal inquiry needed. Pattern is undeniable. Accountability is mandatory." At 4, the governor's office releases a statement. Deeply concerned, reviewing all available information. At 5, the Department of Justice announces, Civil Rights Division opening investigation into DeKalb County Sheriff's Department. At 6, Sheriff Graham is forced to hold a press conference. He looks diminished, older. We take these allegations seriously. We are cooperating fully with federal authorities. Internal review is underway. He takes no questions. Walks off the podium. The tide has turned. Davis, watching from his mother's house, sees the protest on television, sees the signs, the names, the faces. His phone rings. Bennett. Boss, it's working. Public pressure is real. DOJ is in. Chronicle verified everything. We have momentum. Davis watches the screen. 256 people, standing together. They deserve this, he says. They deserve to be seen. You gave them that. No, they gave it to themselves. They just needed someone to believe them. Pressure builds, but it's not enough. Not yet. The system has one more trick. Until someone on the inside decides he's done playing along. Day 21. Alan Morris walks into the FBI field office. No appointment. He bypasses the reception desk. Walks straight to the elevator. The security guard recognizes him from the investigation. Lets him through. He finds Bennett's office. Knocks once. Enters without waiting. I have more, he says. Bennett looks up from her computer. Morris looks worse than last time. Unshaven. Eyes red. Hasn't slept. More what? He pulls a thumb drive from his pocket. Sets it on her desk. 15 years of emails, performance reviews, directives from Graham, everything. Bennett picks up the drive. Why now? You already gave us your testimony. Because I watched the protest yesterday, 256 people, standing there, and I realized I knew some of them. I was there for their arrests. I stood back. Let it happen. I need to make this right. Bennett plugs in the drive. The files load, folders organized by year, hundreds of documents. Morris points to one folder. Start there, January 2023. Bennett opens it. An email from Sheriff Daniel Graham. Subject, 2023 Performance Standards. She reads aloud. Focus stops on high-value neighborhoods. Target vehicles that fit profile. Monthly quota non-negotiable. Morris nods. High value means money. Profile means race. Everyone knew what he meant. Another email. April 2023. From Graham to Cooper and 7 other officers. Cooper, Miller, 6 others. Exceeded targets. Bonuses approved. Keep up the excellent work. Bennett scrolls through more emails. The pattern is systematic. Top-down. Institutionalized. July 2024. Graham to all supervisors. Reminder, 15 arrests per officer per quarter. No exceptions. Performance reviews will reflect compliance. Morris's voice is quiet. It wasn't just Cooper. It was policy. Graham created the incentive. Cooper just executed it. Bennett finds another email. September 24th, 2024. The day after Davis's stop. From Graham to a PR consultant. Subject, urgent, FBI director incident. Cooper stopped the FBI director. Yes, that FBI director. Drug plant on body cam. Need crisis management now. Budget unlimited. The PR consultant's response. On it. Can we discredit the director? Graham's reply. Try everything. Bennett looks at Morris. This is conspiracy. From the top. This isn't just Cooper, this is Graham. Reynolds. The whole command structure. Morris pulls out another document. Handwritten notes. His own. Roll call conversations. Things Graham said that weren't in emails. I don't care how you hit your numbers, just hit them. Find the dealers before they find you. High-value targets are waiting. He slides the paper across the desk. My handwriting. My notes. Dated. I kept them because part of me knew this day would come. Bennett reviews the documents. Email after email, quota enforcement, bonus structures, racial profiling directives, evidence management irregularities, union coordination to suppress complaints. This changes everything, she says. I know. You understand what this means? Cooper goes down, but so does Graham, Reynolds, maybe a dozen others. The department gets put under federal oversight, maybe dissolved entirely. Morris nods. Good. It should be. Because what we've been doing isn't policing, it's predation. Bennett's phone rings. Davis. Tell me you have something, he says. We have everything. Morris just brought us Graham's emails, quota directives, racial profiling orders, PR conspiracy after your stop. It's all here. Silence on the line. Then, can you prove it came from Graham's account? Already verified. IT forensics confirms. These are authentic. Then we're not prosecuting one officer. We're dismantling a department. That's what I'm saying. Good. That's what we should have been doing all along. Call the U.S. attorney. Grand jury needs to see this, all of it. Bennett looks at Morris. You ready to testify to all this? He doesn't hesitate. Yes. They'll come after you. Harder than before. This isn't just about Cooper anymore. This is about their entire leadership. I have 3 daughters. I want them to know their father did the right thing. Finally. The financial audit is updated. New analysis. The drug seizure fund isn't just incentivizing arrests. It's requiring them. Budget projections tied directly to arrest quotas. Equipment purchases dependent on seizure revenue. A self-sustaining cycle. Arrests fund the department. The department demands arrests. Officers who deliver get promoted. Officers who don't get pushed out. Cooper wasn't a bad apple. He was the product of a poisoned orchard. The case expands. What started as one officer planting evidence becomes a RICO investigation. Organized, systematic, criminal enterprise under color of law. Bennett compiles the evidence, the body cam, the serial numbers, the complaint records, the financial incentives, the whistleblower testimony. And now, the emails. Direct from the sheriff, proving intent, proving knowledge, proving conspiracy. The grand jury convenes in 6 days. Cooper will testify. So will the sheriff. Neither knows what's waiting. Day 28. Federal Courthouse, Atlanta. The grand jury room is small. No cameras, no press. 12 citizens, 8 women, 4 men. A cross-section of the county Cooper claimed to serve. Cooper sits at a table, his attorney beside him. Navy suit. No uniform today. He looks smaller without the badge. The prosecutor, Assistant U.S. Attorney Sarah Mitchell, stands, methodical, prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see evidence of systematic civil rights violations, evidence planting, false arrests, conspiracy. This isn't about one traffic stop. It's about 12 years and 256 victims. She plays the dash cam first. Timestamp 22/17/04. No traffic violation visible. No probable cause. Then the body cam. 1 minute, 23 seconds. The jury watches in silence. Cooper's hand in his trunk, the blue glove, the bag, the placement, the fake discovery. Mitchell pauses the video. You just watched Officer Cooper commit a federal crime. On camera. Now let me show you why. The forensic report, serial number HG7629, logged March 4th, found September 23rd, same physical evidence, 6 months later, in a different person's car. The complaint records, 38 over 12 years, chart displayed, names, demographics, outcomes, 0 discipline. Juror number 7 shakes her head. The emails, Graham's directives. Focus on high-value neighborhoods, target profile, quota non-negotiable. The bonus structure, $500 per arrest, $1,500 for seizures. Cooper's earnings, $38,200. Mitchell's voice is steady. Officer Cooper had a financial incentive to plant evidence, and he did, 256 times. Morris testifies via video deposition. His face fills the screen. I watched him do it. Twice that I saw. Probably more I didn't. He kept bags in a hidden compartment, blue gloves in the trunk. We all knew. Cooper stares at the table, betrayed by his partner. 5 victims testify. Marcus Williams, Keisha Johnson, James Taylor. 2 others, each telling their story, each describing the same pattern. Stop. Search. Discovery. Arrest. Life altered. Martin Davis testifies last. FBI Director. Calm. Factual. Devastating. I'm trained to document, to observe, to stay calm under pressure. And even with all that, I almost became another statistic. That should terrify us. Cooper's attorney tries. Body cam footage is inconclusive. Chain of custody procedures were followed. Mitchell responds. We see him plant the drugs. That's conclusive. And yes, he followed procedures for evidence he planted. That makes it worse, not better. The attorney shifts. My client has served for 12 years. Yes, 12 years of systematic civil rights violations. That's not a defense. That's an aggravating factor. Cooper's attorney argues the body cam footage is inconclusive, that chain of custody procedures were followed. But 12 grand jurors, after reviewing all evidence, see it differently. Cooper is offered the chance to testify. Fifth Amendment. He declines. The jury deliberates 90 minutes. They return. The forewoman, a school teacher in her 50s, stands. Has the grand jury reached a decision? Yes, Your Honor. She reads. Count 1. Planting evidence. True bill. Count 2. Falsifying police reports. True bill. Count 3. Deprivation of rights under color of law. True bill. Count 4. Conspiracy to violate civil rights. True bill. 4 counts. 4 indictments. Cooper's face drains. His attorney closes his file, already planning the next move. But Mitchell isn't finished. Your Honor, we have additional indictments. Sealed documents opened. Sheriff Daniel Graham, Lieutenant Reynolds, 3 other officers, Union President, all indicted. Conspiracy, obstruction, civil rights violations. The system that protected Cooper now faces the same justice. Bond hearing. Cooper, $500,000, GPS monitor, no firearm, surrender passport. He posts bond, but his career is over. Outside, victims' families wait. Quiet satisfaction. No celebration, just relief. Davis watches from a distance. No statement needed. The indictments speak. The indictment is not the end, it's the beginning. Bradley Cooper is fired 48 hours after the indictment. He will face trial in 6 months. 4 other officers are placed on administrative leave. Sheriff Graham resigns under pressure. DeKalb County announces reforms. Body cams mandatory, no discretion to turn off. Quota systems banned, written into policy. Independent Civilian Oversight Board with subpoena power. Evidence protocols. Electronic tracking, no single officer handling. 256 cases under review. 189 arrests will be expunged. 34 convictions being appealed. Estimated $8.5 million in settlements. Martin Davis speaks once. Press conference. FBI headquarters. This case was never about me. I was victim 256. There were 255 before me. They deserve more than an apology. They deserve a system that works. He doesn't take questions. The statement stands alone. Cooper's trial is set for March. Graham's for April. Morris will testify. So will the 256. The reforms are announced. Implementation begins. In DeKalb County. In 14 other departments under DOJ review. Across America. A badge can plant evidence, but it cannot bury truth. And when truth stands, even power must kneel. The badge doesn't place you above the law. It binds you to it. September 23rd, Interstate 85. A stop that changed everything, not because of who was stopped, but because of what it proved. No one is untouchable when the truth has witnesses. If this story reminded you why accountability matters, share it. If it made you think about systems that protect power instead of people, leave a comment. If you want more stories where justice doesn't just knock, but breaks the door down, subscribe. Because power doesn't police itself. We do. Martin Davis drove home on September 24th. 40 minutes became 35 days. But he got there. So did justice.